Let's talk CFD trading and how it can be very, very misleading. I want to show you exactly how that is the case. And I want to also note up front, this is going to be for people in the United States of America because CFDs are not legal here. They're not allowed. Maybe that changes at some point, but at the time of this recording, they are not allowed. So this is going to be applicable to those of us in the United States, which I would assume the majority of the channel actually is. And I'm not trying to bash CFDs. I'm not trying to bash CFD traders, nothing like that. All I am saying is that things can be very misleading for us as USA traders because it is a very nice benefit of CFDs. So like I said, I'm not even saying CFDs are bad. It's a great thing. I'm jealous of it. I wish we had CFDs. I wish this was completely possible because it's awesome, but it's not possible. And when you see this, you can start to generate and think that traders or strategies are much better than what they are. Again, I'm not downplaying anything. I'm just saying based on the very nature of CFDs, they're awesome. But to us as Americans, we can't get to them. So I don't want you to look at a situation and be like, oh, that's great. Oh, but it's kind of an apples and oranges because you don't have the luxury that a CFD provides. Now, what is this luxury? What is causing all this to be misleading? Well, and if you understand this, I'll go through it quickly, but let's just understand how the market actually works. So let's just say this is you, and you want to buy 5 shares of a stock. So that means over here, on the other side of the market, there needs to, and let me take this back. You want to buy 5 shares at, let's just call it $10. So that means that over here, in order for you to get your full position size, you need what? You need at least 5 shares that are floating out there at $10. So you want to buy 5, you go out there, you'll buy, and there you go. Not a big deal at all because you have 5 shares out there at $5. But let's say this. Let's say, no, you want to buy 20. Is that going to be possible? Can you get 20 shares at $10? If you're saying, well, no, Clay, you can't because you just said that only 5 shares are available. So what's that going to do to the price? Well, that's going to push the price upwards because, well, it needs to go to the next price. So now if you want to buy the remaining 15 shares, I don't know, maybe you got to spend $10.05 or $10.20, right? Basic stuff. If you're sitting here saying, wait, what? That's okay, but I would say that that's kind of an indicator that you still have some good solid learning to do about the basics of market of trading. Because if you don't understand what I'm talking about right now, then you're certainly not going to understand slippage. And when you don't understand slippage, that can create some massive headaches within a trade strategy. But as I go here, if you're thinking, yeah, Clay, I understand, I get it, then perfect. I would say that that's a good indicator that you have a good, firm foundation of how basic market dynamics work. So like I said, the big problem here becomes if you want to buy 20 at $10, but there's only 5 for sale, then that's not going to happen and you're going to push the price forward. But here's why CFDs are awesome and why they're also very misleading. Is you could have, so here's you, but then down here we have the CFD trader, and they're going to come and let's say they want 2,000. Now you would look at like 2,000, there's only 5 available. This CFD trader's not going to come anywhere close to getting a position size of 2,000 shares at $10 because again, there's only 5 shares available there. But that's the cool thing about CFDs is it doesn't matter. They're going to go and they're going to automatically get filled 2,000 shares at $10. Boom. And they have no effect on the price. They're not pushing the price upwards. There's nothing like that going on because they're not actually shares that a CFD is trading. They're contracts, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. My point here is that the CFD trader is able to come and literally, if they want 2,000 shares, we'll call them, at a level. Whereas the United States trader, somebody that's not trading CFDs, that's not happening. It is literally impossible for them to get 2,000 shares at $10. So you extrapolate all this out, and then when we get to the results side of things, well, you as a United States, trader, you're going to have, X results, And then the CFD trader, what they're posting, what they're talking about is going to be, so much potentially bigger, because if you're only able to get 5, yet they're able to get 2,000, you see how the math works out. So that's why I'm saying it's not that I'm ragging on CFD traders. It's not that I'm saying that CFD traders aren't good. It's not that I'm saying CFDs are bad. I'm just saying that when you compare, you got to just keep that in mind, that those results that CFD traders are generating, you're not going to be able to generate those as easily as they are, because, well, you have to deal with what's known as slippage. Meaning, if you were to try to go, like I said, and buy 20 shares, or let alone 2,000 at that level, you're going to create all sorts of chaos. The price is going to go up. You're going to be having all sorts of, again, what is known as slippage, because you're having these inefficiencies in the market. But when CFD traders can just like that, get all 2,000 without disturbing the price at all, I mean, that is a huge advantage, which gives them a huge advantage to getting better results. Now, of course, this can also work against them. So CFDs, it's not like it's some magic pill and that you can't lose money. I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying is you got to be just very careful when you're looking at people's results, strategy results, and all that. And if you know that they are trading CFDs and you're only able to trade stocks, well, then it's an apples and oranges comparison due to this, liquidity issue, due to this, slippage issue that CFDs help you avoid. But then for us normal, USA stock traders, it's just something that we have to deal with. And, the best example is I'd encourage you to try to go out there and buy, and I'm just making this up, 5,000 shares of Tesla. And let me know what happens to Tesla stock when you press buy. I'll tell you right now, the stock is going to shoot up, boof, because you're going to, 5,000? But a CFD trader can come in 5,000 and nothing in Tesla is going to change at all. It's not going to affect the price because it's not actually directly trading the shares. Again, they're contracts, and maybe I can do another video on that. But just keep that in mind, that CFDs are very misleading, and this is why. It's a big thing of liquidity, and hopefully someday CFDs will be allowed in the United States. I don't know why they're not, but because that would be an awesome, awesome thing to be able to do. But it's not possible right now, and that does create a big, like I said, apples and oranges situation in comparing a USA stock trader results versus a CFD trader results that are trading US stocks. Because sure, both traders are trading US stocks, but the function, the way that they're trading them is much, much different. And you just have to keep that in mind, because if you don't keep it in mind, you're going to end up, misleading yourself. That's obviously the goal, is to not mislead yourself. So just keep this in mind. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this kind of opens your eyes to CFDs and, the luxury that they are, but also something that can ultimately mislead you if you're not careful about it and don't have full understanding of it. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, leave any comments down below. And as always, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe just after watching one video. That always seems, I don't know. But I will ask this, hey, check out more videos on the channel. And if you like what you see after watching a couple more videos, then yeah, I would love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. But yeah, get out there and realize there is a big difference here between CFDs and actual stocks. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up, as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.